Hi, welcome back. So I think yeah, we have done so many things like so many string operation, right? So we have done with string operations and all like index of like includes and all, right? So all those matchings and all we have done. So regex expression is nothing but it's like more on working on the string, like it gives you like the power, like more added power to manipulate the string, like added power in the sense like let's suppose you have one string and you wanted to get sometimes like you want to replace some of the part of the string. So if you do with the string and methods and array methods, then what you have to do, you have to first update that string with str012 with the index, or you have to split it into the array and then you have to one by one check if it is number, if it is string, if it is any alpha character. So those all things you have to do, so that is like very tedious task to do. Because see, let's suppose I have one apple 123, there is a string apple 123 and someone tells you like okay, find out only the digit from here. So what you will do, you have to check like from first of all you have to create one array, helper array, that is a to z, right? So there you have to match like find, so and you have to first split that apple 123, so a p p l e 123, so these are in the array. And then what happens, you have to take one element from the array and you have to check with the alphabet array, or you have to check with 1 to 10, 1 to 9, sorry, 0 to 9. So there you'll check if first element is matching with that, then okay, it's alpha, so ignore it. Second, ignore it. Third, ignore it. So when 1 2 3 will come, then you, okay, you will take it because you want the digit from that, right? So it's like a several like lines of steps and things you have to write to do that. So it's a very tedious to do, right? And let's suppose if someone will ask you like there is like let's suppose hello how are you, there is one string hello how are you, and they told you okay, replace hi with some hello or something like with hi with name John how are you. So for that operation you might have to like take and split it, and str of 0 you have to replace with some other things, and if you replace then again it will create a new string. So again first string you have to splice, second string you have to remove, and then again attach. So many implementation manipulation you have to do. It's like a one line of code you have to do like 10 20 lines of code, right? So those all things like replacing, substituting the value like as I told, replacing, or like getting some digit, getting some number, or matching if there is a repeated starts with this ends with this. So all those things like we can tell complex manipulation of the string can be done easily using regex. Okay, so regex, okay, so it starts with slash and slash, forward slash and slash. So in between whatever you write, that is actually the substring which is going to match to your actual string. Okay, so we are going for the table of content this time. Okay, so table of content, we will see like what introduction of regex, what regex is like, as I discussed like regex and all, so that we are going to see. Next we are going to see like there are two way to create a regex and manipulate it. Like see, there are multiple methods like includes and index. So similar way there are two way to what is that, create a regex, right? So it's a slash slash is a one, and using a constructor method or class also we can create a regex. So both are there. So why both are introduced? If one is enough, then why both are introduced, right? So I think while studying the object, you might have faced like I think object already got over, right, for you people. Okay, so object can be created using literals, right, curly brackets and all. So why new object came into introduce? Who has taken the object class? I have taken or she has taken? I have taken, but I have not taught that object, new object and all. Okay. Ah, no, no. Object manipulation, like creation of the object, property adding and all. I think Sri has taught. I have taught. Oh, I have only taught. So I think I might miss that part. Okay, no issue. I'll just teach that. Okay. So, okay. So that's what I'm reading. So there is a multiple way to create a regex, and each both way has different like mechanism, different use cases. Like see, in object there is a dot operator and it's a bracket operator, bracket notation, right? So both have the different implementation, different use cases. So those are things are there for regex. So we'll check with that difference. Next we'll check with the pattern flag. So pattern flag is nothing but I think maybe like slash like getting the alphabet or getting the numbers out of the string. So I think that is one. And replace method will check like there is a already inbuilt method in the JavaScript, that is replace method. So we can replace from string to with the substring, so that we can do. So that is in replace method will check. And then for the classes, like dots are there and then slash are there, so all those different classes are there, so we'll discuss regarding that. Okay, so let's go and directly jump to regex. So as I told, like it's a matching pattern, like kind of thing. So whenever we write any regex, that should match with your string. So there are altogether two methods are there. One is the test method of testing the regex, and one is the match method. So test method will give you for like conditional, like whether it is true or false. But match method, like it will just match all those conditions in the string and it will return all those data to you. So as I said, like if you want to get only the number from that, then you will just write match and do that slash some regex and all you have to write. So with that regex, what will happen, like from apple 1 to 3, you will just get output as 1 to 3 direct with one line. Okay, so that is the implementation. So two methods are there. Okay, so test basically works for regex over the string, but match works for string over the regex. So it's like a vice versa, inverse kind of thing. Okay, so test will give you the, like what is that I'm telling, true or false, and match will give you the data matching with that regex. Okay, so first regex we can see. So literal notation, so it's a pattern slash slash, there is no any like double quotes or single quote attached to this regex. Okay, so only with slash slash, and then in between whatever word keyword you will write, that becomes the regex pattern. So that will match on the string. Like let's suppose you have a string of hi John. So in this hi John, let's suppose I'm testing whether hi is present in this John or not. Okay, so I'm just writing the regex as hi. So it's a very simple, like, so it will, what it will do, it will just check whether hi is present in the hi John or not. So hi is present in the hi John, then it's returned true. So similar way, if you want to do using new regex expression, that is a constructor function. Okay, so I'll discuss about constructor function, what is constructor function all about, why we need constructor functions and all. So I think I have missed in the object part, so I just remember here, so I'll teach after that. Okay, so as of now, just understand, like one way is to create using double slash, and one way is to create using new reg exp. Okay, so this is the class which we are referring, and this is the, like we can tell, like it's a function, constructor function we are referring. So like let's suppose here we are passing hi, we are passing hi John. So one is hi we are creating with slash slash, other is hello we are creating with inside the regex expression. So either you write inside slash slash or you write with this object. Okay, so both will be created as a regex and both will be work on the string. So see here re.test with hi John and here re.test with hello John. Right, so both is having like hello is matching to this string and hi is matching to this string, right? So both will return true. Okay, here I have missed, I think here will be result 1 and result 2, right? Result and result 2. So by printing mistake has happened. Okay, so the test method I have told you. So test method, what it takes regex over the string. Okay, so this is the most confusing part, that's why I'm focusing more, because most confusing means why, I'll tell you. Sometimes what will happen, like we write match regex with string, so it's like it will confuse you. Like test will always work on the regex over the this one, like string, but match will be string over the regex. Okay, so something like that we have to test with. Okay, so let's start with a small example, like same. Okay, I think it's visible, right? Okay, so we'll just create a regex and let's suppose we write hello, right? And we'll just create a string. So let's suppose I have a string of hello, how are you, right? Okay, so let's result, store the result. So we write re.test. Okay, re.test str. Okay, so what happens, so this regex is working on the this string, so it will just check whether the hello is present in this star string or not. Okay, whether this string satisfy this regex pattern or not. So if this satisfies, it returns true. Okay, so I'll just write okay, log result. So I think, so I'll just do node index.js, so it returns true. So let's suppose I'm just making one change, right? So I'm just writing ELLO. So now it returns false because from hello it is not matching. So this you will think like, okay, why I need to do this? Directly I can use index of, right? Hello index of in this string, that also can be done, right? But this is regex is not limited for only like typing this, only typing the thing, because see, if you have only the specific word, no need to go for regex. So you can use either include or use either index of, you can get it either true or false from include. So regex is not only this, it's just a simple example I have given, like this is the way the regex will try to match. Okay, so what is the actual advantage of regex, I'll teach you after in this slides. Okay, so let's now take with the match. So match, as match I told you, like it will return the data, like test returns the true or false, which is helpful in the if condition, else condition, like some conditional checks and all. So that is helpful in the test. But match, it will help for you to get the data out of the string. So I'll just write hello. Okay, and I'll just write str with regex. So I'll write regex. So if you will write this, you can see there is a hello. So this is actual the executing, and with this there is so many things like input and all those things. So that is not like, you can ignore that, right? So it's just giving you the hello. Okay, so whatever matching with this, so let's suppose I'll just write one more hello. Okay, let's write one more hello. So let's see what is giving. So it's giving okay, no, yeah, it's giving only first hello, right? It's giving only first hello, correct? So there is one more thing we have to do. So see, this is giving first hello, correct? So let's suppose in either you write in the index of, so index of also gives you the first, right? Index of also gives you the first. Okay, so what is the difference, like using index of and using regex? Like see, in index of you can get like if you write index of str, so it will give you true or it will give you -1, right? So that will give you. So why we are using this regex? So the main advantage of regex is, like we can write here global search. So if you write this flag as z, so it will search globally, means not only one, it will search for everywhere. Okay, it will search for everywhere. So it will give all the places where this hello is present. Okay, now next is, if you do index of and you write capital HELLO, but in string if it is a small HELLO. Okay, see, in string there is a two, one is capital HELLO, that is capital H, and one is a small h is there, right? So HELLO. So if you do index of with capital HELLO, it will give only the first one, it will not give you the second one, right? Index of, or some other like methods we'll use. But if you wanted to get all the hello from this string, either small or either capital, but I want all the hello from this string, so in that scenario what you can do, you can just write one I means ignore case sensitive, because by default it is case sensitive. Why case sensitive? So if h capital is there, h capital only it will match, right? So if small is there, it will ignore. So when I write before ignoring, I'm just writing it. So before ignoring, if I write, I'll just get one, right? Because it's just checking like this tied to this. But even though it is global, it's checking the case sensitive, like checking h should be capital, e should be small, and LLO should be small. So all these things exact match is checking. But when I write here I, that is means ignore the case. Okay, ignore the case. So don't ignore, like whether it is capital, whether it is small, or whether it is all uppercase or all lowercase, ignore it. Data is there, no? So data it will check. So in that case, it will return both of the data. It's a very, very powerful tool. Okay. So in some interview, you might get like, okay, there is a string given to you and they'll tell like, okay, find out, tell me how many A alphabet is repeated in this string. How many alphabet A is repeated? Like it's a pineapple. So I'll tell you, okay, how many A alphabet is repeated in this string? So what you will do? You will just split that pineapple into PINNAPLE. For loop, using for loop, you will check like, okay, uh, str of 0, sorry, arr of 0 is a, arr of 1 is a, arr of 2 is a, like that you will write, and you will increment the count, right? You will create the count plus plus, and you will increment, you will tell, okay, last, yeah, it's, this is the one, right? You will tell like that. So it's like a 4-5 lines you have to write the code, right? But when you use regex, what you will do, you will just write this much, a, g and I. So what it happens, it will just return you the array, right? It will just return you the array with all the a wala data, right? So how many a, every a will come. Like let's suppose here I'm just trying to check with e, because I can see e is more repeated here, right? So e, I'll just try to check. So let's see what is happening. See, so how many e are there in this string completely you got in one array, and just tell array.length, that's it. So within 2-3 lines, it's a very simple way you can get, correct? It's a very simple way you can get. Or if they tells you like, okay, all the like all the character in this string, just count all the characters, something like that. So you can just do for loop to this and create one regex, dynamic regex and all, and just search with this. So that also you can do, so that you can get all the count of all the string, instead of like looping, creating object and all those things. So many things you have to do. So instead of that, just write regex and complete the things. So they will also get surprised, like, because it saves the time a lot. Okay, so why I'm telling this all advantage, no? Because whenever you go for interview, like they will give some proper, like very less time to work on it. That the problem is they gives you. So at that stage, one, like you have to think properly, like what is the approach which I'm going to apply, so that it will take less time, it is optimized, and also everything you have to think at that time. So you have to apply very properly all your like knowledge which you have learned. Okay, so all those things is helpful. So understood now what is the difference, like why I'm not going for index of, why I'm going for regex, what regex importance is giving to us, right? So that is one thing. Okay, now next I discussed about we can use new regex, right? New regex, new reg exp, that is the class, constructor class, right? So why we are already, we have this slash, right? Why we are going for that? That questions comes to your mind, like already with this also we are able to do all the operations, but why we are going for new regex? Now tell me, if I have already known, like I know, like I'm going to match e in this string, so I have known, the things are given, so that time I'll go for normal regex. But if I don't know, it's a variable, like sometimes it's coming as a e as a regex, sometimes it's coming o as a regex. So in that scenario, it's like a variable regex creation, not a constant. This became a constant, right? This became a constant. It will just match e. It will not match any other than e, until unless you want to change that. But if you want to make this variable, means I want it to tell, if you want to make this variable, like either sometimes it takes e, sometimes it takes o, sometimes it takes h. So for that case, we will go for new reg exp. Okay, so any variable kind of thing is there. Like see, here we can't add any other thing. So let's suppose variable value will get changed. So variable value is, let's suppose I have h, something like that. Okay, so this is the string, right? So instead of this is a variable, I'll just write data. Okay, and then I wanted to create a regex, so I'll just write reg and new reg exp. Okay, so I can just write data. So any number of variable can be added. So see, now this data is like coming, now this data, I suppose it's a hard coded, right? But it might come from the database, it might come from the other place. So it is dynamic, right? Variable is nothing but it's a dynamic value. It can take any time, it can take, and it can change. But when you write the regex, that cannot change the value, right? So in that purpose, we can use variable. So whenever we go for the variable regex creation, then that thing, with that time we have to go for new reg expression. When you are already known, like okay, this is the regex I wanted to apply, so that time you go for //. Okay, so yeah, okay, once again, see, Normally what you write slash slash in between two slash you will write the regex like HELLO or some other things you will write. Okay, so that is like kind of you have already predefined things, like you have a constant regex, so that cannot be changed. Okay, if you want to make it dynamic, then you can't make the dynamic because that is constant value. You can't like write something other than like slash slash. You can't send, you can't assign the variable. Okay, because it does not support the codes, because whenever you like see this one I wanted to write, I wrote this, now I wanted to convert into regex, then what if I'll write like this, it won't happen. See, if I'll write like this, if I'll write data, it won't happen. It will take the data, it won't take the variable. Understood? It will take the data, data it will take. But I want not this, I want like this, right? I want the h. Basically my main motto is to provide here h, right? But we can't provide like this, we can't write data here. Correct. So if any variable kind of regex we are going to create, in that purpose we will not write this regex, we will go for this regex. Okay, and this regex won't take slash slash, it will just take a string. So it is easy for us to provide any kind of data in the variable and just attach to this regex. So we can create any regex with this. Okay, so that is a difference. Other things you studied like using ignore, like I and all, right? So that is one thing you studied. Other thing you studied like global. If you want to write G, then it will just give you the first matching. But if you write G, it will search all the string word and it will just give you the entire matching, like entire the string. Like let's suppose you have 10,000 lines of code, lines of paragraphs are there. So from there it is very easy to get you the things, right? So these all things are very important when you go for your notepad, and when you type some 10 lines of paragraph and you will search Control F, you will search like okay A B C. So what it does, it will check entire files where F and all is there, right? So simple word, I'll just write F. Now see here, you are seeing dot star is nothing but regex. Got it? So what dot star is there, we'll study in regex, there is a things. Okay, but now just early I'm showing you. So whatever you will write here, no, like let's suppose you write H. Now see, it's ignoring wherever capital H or small h, all are matching, right? Entire the file. This is only the power of regex. Okay, and down if I do, I can replace. So wherever H is there, I can replace there, let's suppose G, and just replace it. So if you want to replace only one, then okay. If you want to replace all, then it will replace everywhere. If you want to replace only, okay, first matching, replace. So replace only one place, like first will be get replaced. But when you want to replace entire H, wherever H is there, I just want to replace with G. So just click this, see. Got it? So these all works on the regex. Understood now? Regex power. Got it? Live example. Okay, understood? So this is the power of regex. So there are so many things in regex we are going to discuss. Okay. Okay, so two things you studied. One is a flag, which you studied now, right? So flag is nothing but like a I and J flag you studied, Z flag you studied, right? One you studied about test, like either we can test whether like providing matches or not. And one you studied like if it is matches, get the values using match, right? So two things you studied, and this studied. Okay, next we'll go for regex. Okay, so difference between also you have studied, right? Why slash regex and why new regex? Okay, exp. So that also you have studied. Okay, so yeah, when the pattern is known at the time of writing the code, does not need to be dynamic generated, so that we can go for slash slash. But when the pattern needs to be constructed dynamically at the runtime, okay, dynamically at the runtime, like see, this word is dynamically at the runtime. See, so word sometimes hello, sometimes hi. So now I'm writing hard coded, but this variable value might come from the database, variable value might come from the other system. Okay, so that type of things, that type of times, if you want to create a regex, then we can create this exp, so that it will be dynamic. Whatever will pass here, it will affect here. No need to change in the exact regex, but here what you have to change in the exact regex place, right? So all those things are there. I for ignore case sensitive, and also all those things are there. Okay, understood? So complex regex pattern you have to create, so you have to follow this. Okay, use cases are this one. Okay, next is pattern flag. So as I discussed, like I and G, ignore cases and global search, right? So this also we have done. See here I'm writing hi and I. So I means ignore case. So hi John will match because HI is required, not like capital H and I is required, because I have written I. So ignore case sensitive and just match. Okay, this value is there or not. It's like how I can tell you double equal to and triple equal to, something like that. That is not applicable, but I'm just telling. It will just check the values. It won't check like whether exact case is matching or not, uppercase and lowercase. Okay, so that is the thing here, pattern match. So global is done. Okay, so global also you can see, like if I write the match, it will just give you the small OK and capital OK in the array. Okay, so return type is always match, return type is always arrays. Okay, so we didn't see like what is the return type of match when it does not match. When it does not match. Okay, so let's try with that. So we'll try to check with y. No, not y, q, because q is not there, right, in the anywhere. Okay, so let's try to check what is the return type of match. Okay, no, it's something error is there, so I can just write RHC. Any other things is there? No, right? Okay. Some issue was there. Okay, it's returning null. It's not returning empty array. Okay, so this also write somewhere. Like if there is, if the match does not happens, it will return null. Let's try with test. So I think it will return, yeah, already test means already false it will return, right? It has already one value like false if it is not match. If it match, it return true. But match method returns null if it is not there. It returns array if it is there, either with one value, either with multiple value. Okay, so this you have to take into mind. Okay, so I think, yeah, that is one thing. Now replace method. So replace method, as I said, like replace, I think replace method have you studied or you have not studied, right? Replace method I have taught, but not with the regex I have taught, right? Regex I have not taught. So same thing, like see, previously replace method, what we used to do? We used to write replace OK with fine. So wherever OK is there, it will just replace with fine. If you want to do like over the entire like string, you have to write replace capital ALL. Okay, so that will like make all the things. Okay, now coming to the regex. So coming to the regex, you have to just write the regex in the first. Like see, previously you are matching with the simple string, but now you are matching with the regex. So either if you write here OK, so what happens? It will just, here if you write O capital and a small k, then it only this will be replaced. It won't replace this, right? Either you write replace all, but also it won't replace this, because it will just match the exact match, exact case sensitive it will match. But if I'll write, if I'll take the regex, like I want everywhere, wherever OK is there, either a small, either capital, so wherever it is there, I just want to replace with some of the things. So with that, I can use replace with regex. Using global, if I'll write G, it will just globally. If I write I and G, then it will just ignore the cases, it will replace everywhere in the string. So which we saw in this, right? Which we saw in this. So when we try to replace H with G, so it was not replacing only with the capital H, it was replacing the small h also with capital G. Right, when I do the replace all. See here also they have used replace all, replace. Got it? So these are the methods they have applied. So same methods we are studying. Okay, so this is the basically advantage of regex. Understood this much? It's fine? Okay. So advantage is like we want to go for advantage as of now. Okay, just I have written, I don't know why I have written that time. Okay, let's go for the further, like how big is the regex, how complex is the regex, how we can make our code very like what is that, precise and all using regex. Okay, so first, so we'll read some of the class. Okay, so as I discussed in the this one, see there is a methods we studied, replace methods, and now we are going for the class. So what are the classes in regex? Okay, So classes is not like, it's like a symbol, okay, set of symbols. So you wanted to like match. So let's suppose I'll tell you like something should starts with a lowercase letter with only starts with the alphabet, or only starts with the number, right? Some, so this, like by listening this, you will remember when you try to fill the form of government portal or any form, when you will try to fill, when you type like some of the data, like let's suppose password you are typing, and they will tell no, your password should be 8 digit, or password should not have any special character, right? Let's suppose you are writing email, and email you are writing like some of the special character which is not allowed while doing the Gmail account creation. So that time it will tell no, your only the underscore and some of the character is applied to it, you can't write some other special character, right? So those all things are done using regex. So basically your input payload validation of the form will be implemented using regex, so that it will become more strong. Okay, so more strong validation will happen. If you want to do if else wala validation, then you have to write multiple if else, right? Let's suppose one value you collected from the text box and you wanted to check with this, you wanted to check with that, so you will write so many if else and all those things, so many things you write. Instead of that, you can just write regex. So write some of the things, regex, create a regex for that, and just attach it, so it will handle every conditions at one line. Okay, so every condition at one using one regex. Okay, so let's start with that. So character class, you can see character class we have to write using a square bracket. In between a square bracket, if you are writing a hyphen z, so that denotes like match any lowercase. If you write here capital A hyphen capital Z, so it will match with capital A and capital Z. Okay, capital A and capital Z. Okay, so see, similar I was talking before, like if you want to get all the alphabet from this string, so just write, if small, then just write a hyphen a, small a hyphen a. If you want to get like all, either it's a capital or it's a small, then just write a hyphen a small, capital A hyphen capital A Z capital. So you'll get small and capital all the things. Okay, instead of that, if you want to write some more way, very less like regex, then you can write. So before that, I want to tell, if you want to get all the digit from this string, then just write /d inside the regex. Why this extra slash means, see, normally if I write d, then it will just check for the d, correct? So this is escape character will tell. So escape character will escape the actual presence or actual behavior of that character. Okay, and it will create some special meaning to that character. That is called a space character. ESCAPE, escape character. Okay, so that is the reason we are writing escape D. So it denotes, now it will bring the different meaning to the D. Okay, so different meaning means it will tell like get all the digit from the string. Okay, so get all the digit from the string. So now the questions comes to your mind. Okay, /d is for get all the digit from the string. If I write /capital D, then what will happen? Small d, though you will read, but question will come to mind. Okay, why is small d? Why not capital D? So if you write capital D, you will get other than digit everything from there. Okay, so either two way you can do. I'll explain you with example. Okay, let's start. So I am writing regex // okay, I'm just writing A to Z. Okay, and then let's G, write it G. Okay, now let's try to str. Okay, so str, I'll just take some good str like hello John, your score is let's suppose 349, something like that, right? This is like includes capital, small, score is, I'll just make it S here, capital, something. I just wanted to include everything. Okay, and then the number, right? So now in this situation, if I tell A to Z, small a to Z, okay, and I just write what is that? I have to write str dot match okay, with reg, right? So let's try to result. Okay, let's try to print this. So you people tell me what is the result. What is the result? I'm asking with you. So it will match only the small letter, right? Because A to Z, and globally it will match, right? So it is matching all the things. See, E, L, L, O, O, H, N, Y, O, U, and then all are small. See, all the small character you have got from here. Okay, and skipping all the white space, right? Skipping all the white space, correct? So only the small character. Now if I write here A hyphen Z, it's a capital now, right? So it will give you everything other than digit. Okay, but with a space also it's giving you, right? With a space, I don't know why it's a space is giving. Okay, yeah, I wrote there is space, that is the reason. Okay, so see, all the capital also it's giving, because I wrote here a space, no, so it's taking, yeah, a space also get the space, so that is the reason it's taking a space. So it is giving capital H also, small e also, right? So this is one way. If you want to get only the digit from this string, so just write /d, so it will give you 349, right? 349, so all the digit it's giving you. Okay, match. Now if I write capital D, now see what is happening. It's giving all the data, means everything, okay, other than the digit. So it's giving a space as well. If you are having any special character, that also it will give you. Understood? So when anyone tells you like any like, because see, these are the things which you have to keep in your mind while doing the program. So this will saves your time a lot. Okay, saves your time a lot. Or else what you will do, you will write for loop, you will just first split, then write for loop, then match with something, then do like object creation, or so many things you have to do to get one small like this digit and all, right? And you never know, this 349 is now, but let's suppose here 3 and here 4 and here 9 will be there, then how you'll do? That's a very hectic without regex, right? It's a very hectic. Now see, okay, no, it's a D, right? So wherever it is, it will just give you the all data. Okay, got it? So this is the power of regex. Okay, understood? So what you learned, because why I'm repeating the things, because it's somewhat difficult and many people won't able to teach these things. Okay, and whenever you go to company and if you have to write like validation and all, so still truly I'm telling you, even myself also I'll search in ChatGPT. Got it? Like I'll search like, yeah, okay, I want to do email validation, so how to do email, give me the regex for email validation. See, you will get the regex for email validation, that is fine, from ChatGPT you will collect. But let's suppose someone will tell you, no, other than .com I want .in, .org, so that time what you have to do? Again you will search ChatGPT, right? So instead of that, you have to understand like, okay, these are the regex, and these are because of this regex this validation is happening. So okay, I wanted to include one more .in or .org, then I can change here this part so that it will take that as well. So if you have that regex knowledge, then you can understand also like what is the thing, and if any changes is coming, then you can do some small changes, right? So those are things you can do, so using regex, if you have knowledge on regex. Okay, understood this part? First is a small a to z, capital A to Z, and then /small d and /capital D. Got it? Okay, next we'll go for already I have taught capital D. Okay, so what it does, so match any character except digit. So tell me, what is the difference of small a to z, capital A to Z with /capital D? Other characters also, other than digit, anything will be there, it will just give. So in interview that question also will be asked to you. Okay, they will tell you, okay, I wanted to get all the like only digit from the string, so you'll tell, okay, slash d, small d. They'll tell, okay, what is slash capital D, then okay, you'll tell like, yeah, other than digit we can get that alpha character. But they'll tell, okay, with, then can we do with a to z and a to z, that also we can do, no, why we are writing like capital D? Then you have to tell like, yeah, capital D will not give the alpha, it will also give the other special character. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so these are things are there. Okay, dot. Okay, so dot class is like one matching. Okay, one matching, single matching any of the character in between some of the character. Okay, single matching. So see the example, see here, e dot 6. So either e in place of dot, either it will be s or a or b or c, anything inside that, it will just match true. Okay, if you write here 2 dot, then 2 character it is asking. If you write here 3 dot, 3 character it will ask. Got it? So this type of things will be helpful for you to create the IDs and all, or username in the form filling. Like they will tell like, okay, username, so it starts with e, ends with 6, and then in between we need only 4 digit, or we need only 3 digit, 3 like a character for that. So that time you can write this type of regex to match whether the user has typed properly or not. Or let's suppose user is giving like, I'll just give you the example itself. Okay, so let's suppose I'm just writing here, it starts with h and having the in between two character and then s, something like that. Okay, so 2 characters, so this will match. See, so starts with h and ends with s, but in between only 2 characters. So are you thinking anywhere it will match? Will it match anywhere in this string? It won't match, right? It won't match. So what will match? Tell me. It will match this. Now tell. It will match, right? It will match. See. But I'll write here e. Now tell. It will match. No, it won't match. Understood? What is the use? Okay, so you are making some specific, like, okay, there should be only starting with this, ending with this, and only in between only you can type 4 digit or 4 character only you can type, or only 3. You have to limit the things. That time you can go for dot. Okay, dot. Okay, next, this is very important, anchor tag and dollar symbol. Dollar symbol means, I think already you know, ends with, starts with in a string, right? Ends with this, starts with this. So both are like similar to ends and ends with, starts with. Okay, so whenever you write anchor tag caret symbol from any of the regex, it will check like the string should starts with after that whatever it's written. So see here, see, it starts with j basically. So JavaScript I have written, so it should be j. If I write TypeScript, it won't match because it's starting from T, but I'm writing starting from J. Understood? So like this. Okay, so understood the caret symbol, and dollar symbol means ends with. So I'm just giving the multiple examples so that you will be more clear. Okay, and different combination I'm giving. Okay, so as I told, like we have where is that symbol? I'm searching for that symbol. Okay, and the 6, right? 6 is the key character. Okay, so I'll just write let's suppose HELLO. So it starts with hello, so I think it won't match right now. So I'll just change. Now it will match, it will return hello. Or if I'm writing test, it will return true, right? Because it starts with H. Correct? Now I'll just write A to Z. Okay, something like that. Okay, this is my character, right? A to Z, right? So now tell, starts with small digit A to Z. Okay, get G first. This is what A to Z. from A to Z, or it should be lowercase, right? So when I write this A to Z before, without without that caret, then it was giving all the small letter from this string, right? All the small letter from this string. So I'll just do that and I'll just print it once more time for you. See? Okay. Now, if I write outside of that bracket, caret. Okay. Outside of the bracket, caret means it should starts with small letter, not with the capital. Okay. So see, it should starts with small letter. So not starting with a small letter. Your string is not starting with a small letter. Your string is starting with the capital letter. So if I do H, now it will give you. See, it's giving only the, because I have written only one, right? A to Z is only one. Okay, so only starting with one character it will return in this case. Okay, so which is the things is starting from like A to Z, small character. So this is the H character is starting from A to Z. Okay, so this is one thing. If I write this inside, where is that caret? Okay, caret, not outside, inside, means I am telling string should never starts with small letter. Okay, it performs a negation. So this type of condition where you can apply, wherever you will tell, okay, let's suppose like username should always starts with capital letter. You wanted to validate. Someone has typed the username in the form and you want to check, like username should not start with the capital letter. It should start with a small letter. So in that case, what you will write the regex? You will write the regex with this, either outside or either inside. Means if you are writing inside, then it should be capital A. If you are writing outside, it should be small a. So outside means it starts with, inside means should not starts with. So see, now here it's, I'm telling should not starts with a small letter. Okay, what is that? Okay, so it's ignoring that. See, it's ignoring. I think it's ignoring. H is ignoring the start letter. It's ignoring only the starting with the this letter. It's starting giving. Okay. Now if I write A and Z. Okay. So it should not starts with A and Z. Okay. So all the small you are getting. You are not getting any J, right? Are you getting any J? No J, no S. Both are not there, right? Okay. Both are not there, right? So this type of validation you can do using carets. Okay. And then dollar is for ends with some of the word. Okay. Either you want to ends with T, or you want to ends with PT or IPT or RIPT in JavaScript. So all will match with that ends with. Okay. So that is for dollar. Okay. Like we'll suppose we'll tell ends with .com. Your email ID should ends with .com. So that time you have to write, okay, .com dollar. So that it should be ends with .com. Okay, we are ending there, like ends, done, end of the string. Okay. So yeah, so same thing I was telling here, like yeah, 1, 2, 3. So see here starts with hello. So it's start with hello, hello world you can see. So true, but world is not true using test. Okay. If I write it starts with what is that? Not starts with a small letter, right? It's not a start with a small letter. So sorry, not a small letter, small, but it's alpha, right? So see here I'm writing a small ABC, so it's false. But here I'm not writing a small ABC and capital ABC, but I'm telling like it should not start. So correct, it's not starting. It's starting from the number, but it's not getting from any small character. If I write here small a here, then it will be return for, true, right? False, sorry, false. It will return false because it's starting with the small character. But in place like before 1, 2, 3, if I write capital A, it will be true because it's not starting with a small character, right? So this is the difference of A to Z. I think as of now today let it be this much only. Otherwise you'll get more confused. Okay, so try to practice this much. Again in next class we'll see for next of the things. Okay, so there are like ranges and all are there in the character. There are like one multiple required, like as you see in the this one. See, this is where is that? F, right? Dot star. See, dot star. So dot star is nothing but it's like a multiple, 0 to more. So these all things are there. So we'll try to discuss in the next classes. Interesting regex, bit somewhat difficult but interesting if you have to practice a lot. Okay, you have to understand like combination of each and all. So once you complete these combinations and all, then we have to go for email validation. How the email validation is done, you have to write the regex and then you have to going for the phone validation. Okay, so phone validation. So these are the two things we are going to check. And if you have any other validation, you try to do that. Any validation. Once you studied this much, you can do any validation as per your convenient. Okay. Okay. So let's stop this here itself. Tomorrow again we'll continue. Okay. Thank you.